Hi guys, it is Brandy, aka Whiskey. We are getting started today. I had a friend request that I do some picky eater stuff. So we're not doing a picky eater meal today, but we are going to do some tips and tricks that I have learned with my picky eater. How to sneak in some veggies. The easiest thing to sneak in veggies into is an all-time favorite, spaghetti. The easiest thing to sneak into spaghetti is into your spaghetti sauce is going to be other pureed veggies. So today we're gonna puree up some. We're gonna make some carrot puree, which is super easy. We're gonna use some carrots from my garden. I've got a sink full of carrots down here that are soaking just in some water and some vinegar. You want to soak them in water and vinegar because it helps to pull the dirt out. You can either peel them or not peel them. A lot of these are really kind of smooth as they are, so we're not really peeling all of them. So this is just going through, making sure that they're looking good, looking nice. You don't have to do a full peel on them. Once you get them mostly cleaned up, you're going to want to get them cut up into little circles. It doesn't really matter how you cut them up. I kind of just dice them pretty, I don't do them pretty big, but I don't do them small either. I just kind of cut them. But do know that the bigger you cut them, the longer they're going to take to cook. So got them little pieces like that. My little helper, this is Brandon. He is my little helper today. This is Brandon. Everybody say hi to B. You say hi, B?
Hi.
He's my little helper today. He's going to help me. He's over here handing me carrots. Don't sneeze by the food, baby. Go sneeze somewhere else. So we're going to just peel our carrots and get them cut up and into the pan. I actually might get my other helper, which is Daddy J, which is my husband. I don't know if he wants everybody to know his name or not. I will probably have him come. I will. Sorry, Brandon is really excited about this. Both boys are. I don't know where Jonathan went, but both boys are really excited. I will probably have Daddy come over and peel for me while I dice up.
Cut it where I put them in.
Baby, I'm not done cutting. Calm down.
Okay.
By the way, life is hectic and crazy. I have two boys that are hectic and crazy. That one wasn't ready, baby. Daddy, are you going to peel? Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to peel and then get them in. Like I said, they don't have to be perfectly peeled. And you can use organic carrots, regular carrots, whatever you want to do. If you want to be lazy and get baby carrots and just throw them into a pot, that is up to you. You can do that. But carrots are a very good source of beta carotene, which is good for your eyes. They have a lot of good vitamins in them. And I will either do carrots or I will do butternut squash, or I will do a pumpkin. Brandon, baby, this is a sharp knife that will cut your little fingers off, okay?
I'm down to pick them up.
I know, you want to help. So, sorry, my helper is going very slow on his peeling job over here. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just getting most of the skin off. It's okay. You can do however you want to. If you want to be extra healthy, do organic. Do organic. It is up to you as a parent how you want to feed your kids. These are mostly organic. I'm pretty sure we did not use any pesticide, and the only fertilizer we used was dog pee. And I'm pretty positive that's not fertilizer. That's why you wash your veggies. Sorry, my dogs really love to go pee in the garden. Our lettuce is actually what they like to pee on the most. I know that sounds really funny, but that is where they like to pee the most. We would be in the garden and all 5 of the dogs would go and pee on the lettuce. Brandon, baby, you're not going to be able to be in the videos if you keep squealing like that.
It's just funny.
I know it's funny, but you got to be quiet.
I thought using a peeler.
He's using the peeler to get the skin off, baby. Okay, so once you get them all cut up, you will cover them. Once we get to that step, I'll show you as well. You will cover them just to cover the carrots in water.
I can hold them.
Okay, put them in. You will just cover them in water, just barely covering them. You don't want it whole, real full, because in boiling them, yes, you do take away some of the, go ahead and you can grab them, baby. You do take away some of the vitamins that are naturally found in the vegetables. So you want to not use as much water. You will use that water because carrots don't have a lot of water in them. So when you're going to puree them, you want to keep the water that you use to boil with. Sorry, we're trying to keep an eye out for little fingers because he's very, very excited. Okay, there you go, baby. He's fine, Daddy. We got this. We are very excited. This year is our second year to do carrots. Last year our crop was okay, but we pulled them too soon, so we are very excited. This year our crop was very good. We are still learning as far as farming, being little farmers. We are excited about it. Brandon is our little farmer here. He likes to do fences. He is a great fencer. Aren't you, Bubba?
Yes.
He puts up fences very well.
What about Jack?
And Jack is our dog. He is a terrier. This is Jonathan. Jonathan, take your headphones off. This is Jonathan.
Oh, Jack takes dogs a lot.
Shh. Let Mommy tell her story. This is Jonathan. Can you say hi?
Hi.
He'll be helping us as well. He's my picky eater.
That's so funny.
I know it's so funny, baby, but remember, it's really loud.
Should we wake up Gummy and Poppy?
Gummy and Poppy aren't here.
Oh, right.
All right, so back to the story. Jack is our dog, and he does a really great job
chasing cows,
rounding up the cows for us. He's a really good cow dog.
And he chases them different ways.
Yeah, sometimes he chases them the wrong way.
Can I put these in?
Yeah, you can put those in, baby.
Just let me slide them off my hand.
Well, just slide them off your hand, then, baby.
All
right.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. All right. After this carrot, I think we are good on carrots that we're going to puree today. You can keep peeling them because we are going to freeze the rest of those to use later for just in meals or whatever. Bubba, wait just a minute, okay? I don't want to cut your finger off, okay? We need your little baby fingers. I want you to have 10 fingers and toes. I want you to keep those 10 fingers and toes, okay? All right, so we've got all of our little carrot in the pan. I don't know if you can see. And yes, we washed his hands. I scrubbed up to his elbows before we started today. All right, so we're going to come over to our sink. And we're going to get our water turned on. And like I said, you only want it filled up.
What about this one?
Nope, we're not going to do that one right now. You only want it filled up to where it's just covering, making sure that you can see, it's just covering your carrots. It's okay if it's not covering all of them because they will still get soft, and when they get soft, they'll kind of fall down. So we're going to move on over to our stovetop. Oh, sorry. All right, so we got moved over to our stovetop. We're going to get our started, and I think I put the wrong burner on. Sorry. We're going to get started. You're going to boil them till they are soft. Just get it started in the water. Get the water in there.
Watch it.
Huh? You want to watch it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to watch it boil?
No, go get a spoon so I can stir it up. You put it stir it up.
Y'all can have him. He's free to go to home. I'm just kidding. Y'all really can't have him. I like him a lot. All right. So you're going to let this cook and boil. It usually takes about 30 minutes-ish. We're not going to stay on until they boil. We'll come back once they're boiled. But you're going to let them boil. And once they boiled, we'll go to pureeing them. But we will, while that is getting ready, we're going to clear off our cabinet space.
That's my drink.
Yes, that is your drink. We've got our cabinet space over here that we are getting ready. This is our little workspace over here. We've got our blender. You're going to want a blender, a good blender. It is best that you have a glass blender that is a tempered blender, which means that it can take hot, it can go from cold to hot and not break. Bubba, Bubba, Bubba. Thank you. Alright, so you want to make sure that your blender is, you okay? Alright, you want to make sure that your blender can go from hot to cold, that is tempered, because it will be most likely a room temperature. And then you will be putting hot food in it, well, the hot carrots in it, once they are boiled. And then, so we've got our setup over here. Can I get you what? Yeah, in just a minute, baby. I know, baby. So, got our setup over here. You got our blender. Make sure it's got a good lid on it here. I leave the lid off until I'm ready to put in my carrots. But you do want the little removable here in the center of the lid. I'm not really sure how theirs work. This is my parents' blender. I broke my blender a couple months back because we have concrete floors over at my house. We currently live in a garage, which is why the video is not taking place at my house, because it is a disaster, and it's just a disaster. So we're doing the video in the nice kitchen, which is my parents' kitchen. And so, yes, Bubba, see, he wants everybody to know that it's starting to simmer and boil. It's just simmering. We're not boiling yet, but it's starting to. And so, but I dropped my blender on the floor over there. So I've got to get a new glass for it. But I'm waiting to get a new glass for my blender until we get our new house built, which we are working on building right now. Hopefully by next year it'll be built. And then once we get it built, we will have an episode or a show, I don't know what to call them, at the new house. Yes, baby.
Tomorrow we have to take the cat home.
Oh, Brandon wants everybody to know that he built a cat home, and tomorrow he's going to paint it. I will make sure to include that in the video. His cat home. He did a really great job. Alright, so we're going to let this simmer, and we'll be back for the pureeing. Alright guys, welcome back. We are now on to our blending of our carrots. Give me just one moment to get my carrots over to my blender. Alright. Sorry, that was really loud. Alright. You want to get your pan pretty close to your blender because it makes it easier on you. So, give me just a second to get set up over here. Alright, guys. Armed with our spoon. You want to use a non-slotted spoon. We're going to just take our carrots, put them in. You don't want to just pour in because you want to control the amount of water that you're putting in with your blender. So you're going to put in your carrots, get them all in. I didn't do a whole lot, like I said. Normally you do however many you want. If you're buying them from the store, just do 3 pounds, 1 pound to 3 pounds. However much comes in the bag of carrots. If you're doing regular carrots, I think you can get them 1 or 3 pounds. If you're doing baby carrots, do however many pounds you want to. Baby carrots are a little bit easier because they're already peeled. You just need to cut them up in a little bit smaller chunks to boil. I mean, you can always boil them the size that they are. They're just going to take a little bit longer to boil and get soft for you. You want them to be like you're making mashed potatoes. You want them to be fork tender. And like I said, you want to save your water because you're going to pour some of that water in there. I did have to add some more water in because my water all boiled out. So we added some more water in. So I'm gonna get this in here together. Get my lid on. Make sure it is on tight because this is very hot liquid and it hurts when it comes out. So we're just going to puree. If it gets to a point that it's not really moving the top portion of it, probably want to add a little bit more liquid in there. Another spoonful or so. And you're going to want to kind of stir a little bit just to kind of help stuff move around a little bit because sometimes it will get stuck in there. I'm going to do it this way. I don't have a whole lot of liquid left in my pot. So I'm going to go ahead and pour it all in there. And your water will be colored. It will have a nice tint to it. It will be tinted just because, like I said, you are losing the stuff out of the carrots. My carrots are lighter. My water is darker. That's just what happens when you boil them. Alright, so we've got some movement with actually going. So I don't know if y'all can see it. I love to watch it. So we're just going to let this puree. If you have babies, you can also use this as a baby food. If you have babies, you can use this as baby food as well. This is the easy, very easy alternative to buying baby food. It's actually a little bit cheaper. And if you're doing this as baby food, which is actually where I got the idea for this from, for my oldest son. My youngest son was done with baby food, but I had made his baby food. And so I had a whole bunch in the freezer, little baby food ice cubes, because I made his baby food and froze it. So I had a whole bunch of baby food ice cubes left and needed to use them. And so we would cook them into our spaghetti sauce. Because I read an article about it, and I really liked that idea. Now, sorry, that was a lot of that sound. Sorry. Now, you want it to get a good consistency. So we're going to come over, we're going to look. Right now, this is a kind of a thicker consistency. I don't know if you can see it. You want it a little bit thinner because you want it to blend in well with your sauce, your spaghetti sauce. So you can add in just some water, regular tap water or bottled water if you prefer bottled water. We do have filtered water here as well. I did not use that right now because it's going to get cooked again. It's still hot. It's going to get cooked again because it's going to go back into spaghetti sauce, which is cooked. So it'll get heated up and cooked again. So I might have actually added too much water. That's okay. It'll be fun. So make sure your lid is on good. Go back in. So we've got nice movement in there. Alright. Alright, so you're going to have nice movement. You want a nice puree. So once you get your puree, the consistency that you want, this is a consistency that I like. See, it's got a nice little drip there. This is, if you're doing baby food, this is a good, I would say, Gerber would call it like a stage 2. If you've got a new baby, new eater, you would probably want it a little bit thinner if you're doing it as baby food. Now, for what we're doing it as, we're not doing it as baby food. We're doing it as a, I guess we're a meal additive. We're adding it into a meal. So it's okay the thickness that it's at. So you can also do this if you are wanting to do baby food. I can do a whole video on baby food. I don't have any babies to feed the baby food to, but I will do a video on baby food because there are people out there that do have babies, and I know that when I was looking for how to make baby food, it was just articles on how to make it, and there was no videos, and I was lost. So we will do that. And some just tips and tricks that I learned on what to do. So back to pureeing this. So we get it pureed, and then the easiest thing to do is get you some quart size, handy dandy quart size Ziplocs. They're the best. Alright, so you'll get you quart size Ziplocs. I generally do not recommend doing this when they are hot, but we're going to do it hot today because we're just trying to show you what we're doing. Baby, will you get me a 1 cup measuring cup?
Okay.
So you will measure in, decide if you're going to do 1 cup or 2 cup in your bag. Write it on your bag before you put it in there. This will probably give me, let's see, I've got, according to my side here, I've got 3.5 cups. So I will probably do about 2 cups in each. It'll probably be a little bit less than 2 cups in one of them, but I'm still going to write 2 cups on there. It'll end up being like 1.5 cups in it. A little bit more than 1.5 cups in each. But we're going to write on there that we've got carrot puree. And then, depending on what you're making, like for us, if we're using the canned spaghetti sauce at my house, I do a big pot of it, and we'll have it for later. That is another thing. I will do another video later on some freezer meals, because a friend asked me to do some tired mom things. Freezer meals, easy meals to do, put in your freezer that you can reheat later, or something that I love to do. So anyways, back to our bags. You're gonna write just carrot puree, and then you're gonna put the date, because you always want to date what you're putting in your freezer. Today is 6/3/20, 2 cups. And then carrot. This one's just going to say carrot because I don't want to write it all out. 22 cups. Alright. So then get our handy dandy bag open. We have our measuring cup. And my handy dandy little helper, my tiny helper, left me. He got bored. He didn't want to be over here anymore. He went home to watch TV. Like I said, I'm at my parents' house because their kitchen is nicer than mine. So, we're using a spoon. Normally, I just stick my measuring cup in there. But we're using the spoon because it's still hot. Just because we're still doing the video right now. And so it's not having to splice together a million different pieces of the video. So I've got 1 cup in there. Handy dandy little helper. I know you don't want to be on the video. You just have to hold the bag out of the video screen. Well, you have to be out of the video screen. The bag, just right there. You can hold it. Ta-da! Alright. Don't lean. I did that earlier too. Alright, so then get our 2nd cup for the first bag. Get it in. And you don't, for doing purees, whatever vegetable you're doing to puree, for doing spaghetti, if you're doing it for like spaghetti sauces, I would stick with the orange vegetables. Pumpkin, carrots, butternut squash, because if you do a green vegetable in your spaghetti sauce, they're going to know, hey, this doesn't match, but orange does well with the spaghetti sauce. It will blend in very well. It will mix well, so they are not going to be as suspicious of, hey, this is different color. It's not going to change the color too much. Carrot does very well. Pumpkin and butternut squash do well as well. They don't change the texture very much for those. Alright, so you're going to get your puree into the bag. Once you get it into the bag, you don't really want to do more than 2 cups. We generally will do 1 cup or 2 cup depending on what we're going to do with it, what we plan with it. And then you're going to want to lay it as flat as possible. So you're going to lay it flat like that, because when you put it in your freezer, otherwise it's going to take up more space. So you're going to lay it flat, and then that's going to go straight into your freezer. And so that's what we do. That is a nice quick thing to do for making for picky eaters, getting some more vegetables into their diet. Just adding in some pureed vegetables into different sauces. This is what we add into like our spaghetti sauce when we do a big thing of spaghetti for our kids. So thank you guys for watching tonight.